Dead Mount Death Play Season 2, Episode 7, we open with the meeting of the Imperial Majesty from Polka's world. But with the ridiculous amount of scene changes, we have to wait for this. We scene change to Arjabaki catching up to her group. Her 3 minutes were up, so they left her behind. The leader notices a strange presence in the air. This is referring to Imperial Majesty. Scene change to the police department. Tsubaki tells everyone in the room he is sorry for bringing them into his problem. Aras says it is now their problem, no longer his alone. He does tell Tsubaki he does get emotional when it involves Hosogori. The woman says Solitary is involved in making it their case. Natsu and Boss tell Tsubaki he might want to think about going into hiding. Tsubaki tells them all he wants to catch Habaki before he leaves the country. They are unaware he has been killed. They want to solve this before the problem becomes a bigger one. We scene change to the good part. Polka says he has not summoned the Imperial Majesty. He tells Polka appearing here was not easy. He reminds Polka he ignored their warnings 100 years ago. Imperial Majesty says they came on their own accord and will be leaving soon. The Imperial Majesty says learning Japanese through Polka was fun, which this means Polka is still connected to his other world, but it's being used? Maybe? The Imperial Majesty waves to the girls. He finds this world fascinating. He tells Polka the others want to see it. They will wait until Polka's heart wants them here. Oh, Polka, the corpse god, is so being used. He has such a more important role. These two part ways, and Polka says one day they will all be here. Didn't the corpse god get reincarnated to Japan to make it a peaceful world? This scene with the Imperial Majesty makes it seem like that isn't true. Like, he seems like an okayish character, but maybe on the badder side. Clarissa asks who that man was. Polka says he is a friend from the other world. He is a good friend according to Clarissa. He did stop Polka before he went too far with Habaki's ghost. Polka speaks he doesn't know if the Imperial Majesty will be good for this world. The Imperial Majesty casts a spell. In a flashback, the Imperial Majesty says not to go after revenge meant not to lose hatred and become a saint to the corpse god. They torture and kill someone in front of corpse god. Imperial Majesty says it is their responsibility to take on the subject's dirty work. Imperial Majesty is probably not a good guy, yet he is since he wants to be the only one who kills. He doesn't want the corpse god to sully himself, which is good for not wanting others to turn bad. He will do it for them, which makes it confusing on his motives. Your Imperial Majesty kills Habaki's ghost. Polka tells him that viewpoint of his on him wanting to be basically bad for others, that's why he was assassinated. With this, Your Imperial Majesty leaves this world. In a scene change, Arabaki's boss can no longer sense the presence of the Imperial Majesty. Tomorrow, they will focus on work. The city has a lot of troublemakers. We scene change to Polka says his wish is for all of them to live in a peaceful world. This peaceful world where Imperial Majesty doesn't have to kill. Polka wants to save and protect Imperial Majesty. The Imperial Majesty wants to protect Polka. This is such a cute friendship. They both want to help the other. Their goals and views do not align, sadly. We scene change to Majiri on a bus. Majiri thinks he maybe should lie low. A red dot is on his hand and he drops his phone. An old woman picks it up and starts to use it. This old lady is one of them? Majiri tries to get his phone back when a man stops him. Majiri says running is not a great idea since the whole entire bus is being controlled. Scene change to Izaki calling Polka. She tells him they are all back at the building. Polka tells her he is with Clarissa. Seiyo is using tape to put Lee's arm back on. Lee's body is Shinonoma technology. Seiyo is not surprised because she knew Lee was hiding a secret. She didn't know what until now. Seiyo could figure things out without being told. Seiyo hugs Lee for a thank you for always protecting them. Clarissa goes on the phone and tells Tabaki to come to her bar tomorrow. She can help with his hurt leg. Takumi says he is okay. He doesn't want to go, but is told he has to. He needs to properly treat his injury. We stay focused on Clarissa and Polka. Polka asks how Clarissa knew Habaki was killed and on the roof. Clarissa says she put down roots. She knew where to find him from a tip from a police police officer. Tozawa stuck a GPS on Hibaki's sleeve. Tozawa is working for the police. Tozawa asks for Clarissa to help. Clarissa's grandfather saved Tozawa's wife, and he owes a debt which Clarissa asks if this is worth it to him. This would be portraying Tsubaki. Tozawa says he thinks this case is a lot bigger than it is, which is true, and he just wants to protect Tsubaki any way he can. This is how Clarissa knew where to go. We change from the flashback to present time in the police department. Tsubaki wants to relook at Hibaki's call history and watch security cameras in the area. Tsubaki plans on having Hibaki come to them instead of them going to him. He will smoke out the organization Hibaki belongs to, which doesn't he need to find that organization first? Scene change to Polka asking if he finds Hosagiri's soul, would Clarissa like a message delivered? We have to wait for Clarissa's message because we scene change again. Tsubaki tells the room when Hosagiri comes back, which wasn't he told he died? He knows what his first words will be. Scene change to Clarissa's message is goodbye, my love. We scene change to Tsubaki, whose message is it's good to have you back. I just realized I think I am very annoyed with the constant scene changes because I'm making a video. I am focusing more on the anime and it is extremely annoying. There's a ridiculous amount of scene changes. It is also annoying to always have to wait for an answer within the same episode. The scene changes aren't choppy. They are just annoying cliffhangers that make no sense to have within the same episode. We scene change to the fire-breathing bug tied him up. Phantom Solitaire is there with the fire-breathing bug. Phantom Solitaire asks who this man is that is tied up. Scene change. Mitsuki and Takumi are at Clarissa's. Polka is there and sees that Mitsuki is uninjured. Polka sees Takumi's injured leg. He can heal his leg. He just needs to temporarily render part of Takumi's corpse and is stopped from talking because Takumi will just stick with this type of treatment. Polka thinks to himself he needs to change the world. He needs to make it better. He one day wants to be the corpse god again in this world. We scene change back to Phantom Solitaire wondering if this man is involved with Hibaki. That means he knows this symbol. He has been incinerating members of the fire-breathing bug. The fire-breathing bug are exposed and the situation will change. To help, they reached out to Phantom Solitaire. The man says he has no idea what Phantom Solitaire is talking about. Phantom Solitaire doesn't believe him. We scene change to a whole new group. I know we met these people before, but Dead Mount Deathplay is just a lot now, with the multiple plots, not told in a consecutive storyline. Even though the story is good, it's just a lot of scene changes, and people come and go. This man in the glasses says there was activity with Polka's building. He is told Takumi is injured and Lee lost one of his fake arms. The man with glasses is told about Hibaki and how her group wants information. The man with glasses has money stolen from his saving account. We scene change to Lee got money deposited into his account. So the money stolen was sent to Lee? Maybe? We don't actually know. Lee calls Shinawama. Shinawama knows one of Lee's arms broke. Shinawama says Lee did a good job during the fight trying to protect everyone. Lee only has one broken limb. Lee can use both legs and the other arm. Shinawama says Polka can help fix the arm and Polka is standing behind Lee. Polka wants to get him a new arm for saving Takumi. Lee says they still cannot trust Polka. After everything, there's still no trust? Polka says Lee was under Rosen's room in the floor. Polka knew from the soul Lee gives off. Polka will explain everything after a fight. Shinawama is still on a video call. He will be watching the fight. Polka summons dual fanged tigers. The fight begins and we don't see it. Shinawama talks about how Lee is a good fighter. Lee had limbs taken by Momoya. Shinawama tells Polka if he wants peace to not tell Lee. I don't know how Lee knowing the truth after everything Lee has seen will change anything with a peaceful world. And we don't even get an answer on why Polka is suggested not to tell Lee the truth. Polka says he has paused his focus on peace for now. Polka ends the fight. We have no idea what happened during the fight, but the glimpse we got looked like Lee was on defense the whole entire time. The dual fanged tigers like Lee. They lick Lee Lee in approval. In the shower to wash off being dirty from the dual-fanged tigers, Lee knows Polka wasn't using his full power. After the shower, Lee is going to have Polka fix his arm. Lee asks what is Polka's real name. Polka tells Lee his nickname is Corpse God. The dual-fanged tiger fight was to tune Lee's new arm. Tune does not mean Lee got a new arm in a scene we never saw. He is referring to the word tune as his meaning of he just wanted to watch Lee fight to determine what arm to give. So I have no idea why they said, oh, I want to tune your arm, when it should have just been, I want to watch you fight to determine what you should get. That word tune was very confusing. Polka gives Lee a new right arm from a colossal dragon. In exchange for the arm, Polka wants to form an alliance with Lee. Episode 7 is over. This anime has its up and downs. The story is really good, and I think it's so fascinating, but then at the same time, it's just so annoying. YouTube, what do you think of the whole entire plot of Deadmau5 Death Play? Do you think it's good? Do you think it sucks? Do you think the scene changes are fine? Do you wish there was more scene changes? Do you wish there were less scene changes? Just, I would like to know if maybe I'm the only one that's annoyed by the scene changes, or if there's other people out there who are very annoyed by the constant scene changes. Thank you for watching my video, and thank you for listening.